is going on, everybody? It is your boy Arrows. We're back. I have internet, guys. I gotta tell you a story before we go into the video for today. The last Friday I had a ton of content planned for you guys this week. Stuff is coming out for Lorcana for the new set Whispers in the Well. I had massive plans on putting out a ton of videos this week, and we had a power outage here on Friday, and it flashed on and off a couple times, and it fried my modem. So your boy hasn't had internet since last Friday. So your boy from last Friday to Wednesday had no internet. So we weren't streaming, we weren't recording, we were sitting here crying, like legit crying. But so I missed out on like posting videos talking about all the Lorcana reveals. So I think I'm gonna do is when we get the full set list, we'll go through and we'll talk about each of the color combinations, like I did for Reign of Jafar. But yeah, like my entire week of content ruined. And then we were really busy on Thursday and Friday at work. I had set championships today. We're recording this on Saturday. I went 2-2 in my set champs. Not the greatest record, not the worst. I was playtesting dogs up until like literally last Wednesday. But I did not trust the steel matchup, so I went back to Amethyst steel without Dumbos, but I got 2 Dumbos today. So on the rise. We're on the rise. But I really got to play with a lot of cool people. We had a bunch of people from Kingston come down, including Lorcana Theo. Shout out to him. He is fantastic. I love his content, love watching everything he does, and it was really awesome to finally get a game in against him. We lost. That's a story for another day, but we're building. We're back up, and I'm really excited. So we're here. We're recording content, and I want to show you guys what I am looking at for set 10, Whispers in the Well. What I'm going to start with in my color combination, and we're going to have a lot of videos for you guys as well, talking about some other cool cards coming out, some other cool things that I think this set is going to do. I'm really excited. This set really feels like a strong shakeup of the meta, and to me personally, this set feels like the start of Core Constructed. Fabled is its own entity with so many reprints, not really a lot of room for like a lot of like, what's the word I'm looking for? A lot of the ideas we had for Fabled were building off of stuff we already had, but this feels like a format where we can actually get into like some really new stuff. We have detectives, we have gargoyles, we have the Black Cauldron stuff. Different color combinations are getting new tricks to work with. I'm really excited for Whispers in the Well, but that is not what you came here to talk about. We're going to show you guys what I'm aiming to play with for the start of this format. Steel Amethyst in my wheelhouse. We love us and some steel and some amethyst. Talking about some of the new cards we're including in this deck. There's not really a ton of them just yet. I would like to like mess around and play test with some stuff before we get going. But we're going to go over the deck with you guys right now, talk about the deck, talk about some of the new card add-ons, and get into it. Our 1 lineups remain relatively the same. Our 1 drops, 4 copies of Diablo, Obedient Raven, 4 copies of Captain Hook, Forceful Duelist, only 3 copies of Happy, the Lively Knight. I don't feel like going forward Happy is as needed as he is before. Yes, we are probably still going to be in a format of evasives, but I don't think this 1 drop is as necessary going forward. Yes, it's still going to be good, but I don't think it's going to be as necessary as these 2 cards are going to be going forward. I feel like Happy is definitely something that you can cut down on, put it down to 3. We're going into our 2s. We're running 2 copies of Madam Mim. Pardon me. Tiny Adversary. She has Challenger 1. She gives everything else on your side of the field Challenger 1. Those little like pushes come in really handy, especially with cards like Calhoun going into Daisy Ducks, so on and so forth. Captain Hook going into Bodyguards. It gives us like a little bit more things to work with. We then have our 4 copies of Calhoun, which you talked about. Just a really good card, really good at getting you some lore. We have our 3 copies of Doc. I personally don't like running 4 copies of Doc. I feel like he just clogs the hand if you draw multiples of them and you're not running ways to discard cards from your hand. So we're only running 3 copies of Doc. 3 copies of the evasive Jafar. During your turn, this card gets evasive. All of the cards that are going to have this style of ability going forward are under a new tag of alert, so they won't technically count as evasives. So we're of course running our boy Jafar to still be able to do some stuff with Dumbo. Only 3 copies. 3 copies of Genie, the Satisfied Dragon. Another pseudo evasive. Being in an evasive format is kind of crazy, but also these, because of the wording on these, we can still use them with Dumbo to get us extra lore and extra card draw. 2 copies of Jafar, the Aspiring Ruler, Challenger 2. Can't go wrong with that. 3 copies of Pete. I feel like this is going to become a very important card again in the next format. We have a bunch of new stuff coming out that are actions. We have some new songs coming out that are really good. This is going to help control all that. 4 copies of Dumbo, the 9th Wonder of the Universe. I was so happy I was able to pick up 2 of these today, start my Dumbo collection. We're still looking for 2 more. It is a 4-drop, 3/3. It has evasive. It has the ability breaking records. You can tap it and pay 1, draw a card and gain a lore. And then also has making history. Your other evasive characters get that as well. Of course, it is important to realize that with these wordings, these 2 are evasive on your turn. Fantastic. 3 copies of Genie when you play it, draw a card. 2 copies of Iago. I don't know how. This is something that might change as we get more playtesting in this format. I like this card, but this card right now is really easy to take out. If you're playing green, you can just improvise on it and it dies. Anything that you play on it will get rid of it. I don't know how I feel about Iago going forward. We're gonna play test. One of the new additions in this deck is our champions, Minnie Mouse, Amethyst champion. She's a 4-cost, 2/3, quest for 2. And she has the ability Mystical Balance. Whenever one of your other Amethyst characters is banished in a challenge, you may draw a card. Can't go wrong with that. Card draw is always good. Our 2 copies of Bell. You can never say no to a well-timed Bell. Getting through things with resist. Getting threats off the board without really having to invest a lot of damage on your side of the field. It's a really good card. 4 copies of Elsa, our 5th Spirit. This is just a really solid card, especially comboed up with Mim, giving it an additional challenge, making it a 3/5, which is super. Another new card we were messing around with, not that version, is Hades, looking for a deal. He's a 5-cost, 3/4, quest for 1. He has the ability, What Do You Say? When you play this character, you may choose an opposing character. If you do, draw 2 cards unless that character's player puts that card on the bottom of their deck. So you're either going to get 2 cards, which is amazing, or you're going to get to take a threat off the board, which is also amazing. So there's really no downside to this card, especially if you have other ways of getting that particular threat off the board. Like, this is just a really, really good card. I'm super happy. It's inkable, which is fantastic. Stat line is completely fine. It's such a good card. I'm super excited. We're also running 2 copies of the Steel Champion, Pluto. During your turn, whenever one of your other Steel characters banishes another character in a challenge, gain 2 lore. And then whenever you play another Steel character, you may banish chosen item. Item banishing isn't as big of a deal as opposed to the first ability, Winner Take All. We do run a good number of Steel characters that are able to take out characters in a challenge. So having that passive, being able to gain that passive 2 lore is like fantastic, especially when you think about it. If you combo it up with Calhoun, while there's a Mim on the board, you're taking out something with 4 toughness. You're gaining 4 lore off of that. Just a really, really good card. Rounding out our characters, rounding our deck, we're running 4 copies of Strength of a Raging Fire. Really good card. And we're running 3 copies of He Hurled His Thunderbolt. It's a new song. It's kind of like Then Along Came Zeus. It's 4 cost, uninkable, so a character of 4 can sing it. Deal 4 damage to chosen character. Your deity characters gain Challenger +2. I wouldn't mind running more into the deity aspect of this deck, but it's something that I really want to sit and look at. But what other like really good deities we have. So like I said, this is just a rough draft of what I'm thinking about for the next set. But like this is just really good. In here right now, it's going to give Hades +2 challenge, which is super good. If you want it, we'll have a look at some of the other cards you can run in with it right now.